Hi, Christina.
Vera here.
And you guys, today we are in for a very cool surprise. And, well, it's not really a surprise.
I was going to say, uh-oh.
Surprise! No, actually, it's a really interesting topic because we started it last week and we're continuing it this week.
Oh, that's right. Very true.
I just was fascinated by what Vera was...
Because for us, it's the same day.
Yeah. But it's very interesting what Vera was getting about the scales question. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to read her question.
Okay, go ahead.
Because this is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So her name is Erica, the name that we made up for her.
And Megan.
And Megan, right. So Erica's question is, I have a birthmark, and so does my cousin. We share this a birthmark in the same place. It's a small oval birthmark on the right hand between their knuckle.
Oh, right hand.
Yeah, their knuckle and their middle ring finger. And Megan also came into this life with a brown birthmark that covered her leg all the way up to her knee. And she wants to know what the significance of this is.
Yeah, the birthmarks. And what I picked up for them was it was in a tropical life. And, of course, there's a volcano involved. So you can kind of put that together. But what they were is they were childhood companions. I mean, from birth, they were always together. You know, the moms were together, so the kids were always together. And he was going to be groomed to be, Megan was male in that life.
Okay, so they're female souls.
Correct.
But in that particular
female souls from on the other side, they're
on the
always
other side,
female.
they're always female.
Right.
But we always have to choose
what we want to be in life after life.
Exactly. And so in that
Megan
lifetime,
chose to be male.
She wanted to experience that.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Erica was his companion, and she was female in that life. And then he was being groomed to be like, I guess like medicine man, shaman, whatever, whatever it was back then. And but whenever he was being taken out to look for the different things, plants and stuff like that, he always had Erica with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, she was learning as he was learning, and that was like, you didn't do that. Because it was male to male to male to male.
Wow.
And he was such a free spirit. So I don't know if Megan is a free spirit in this life, but she
Are you, Megan? Are you?
Yeah.
I have a feeling she is, because that's pretty gutsy.
Yeah.
Especially for a young boy in that life.
Yeah. Because I mean, she was everything to him,
cool.
and he was everything to her. So of course, yeah. And then he became the medicine man or shaman, whatever you want to call it, and Erica would always assist him in everything. And Erica's forte in that life was hands. So
I just got the chills.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then his was knowing the herbs and also the hands too. He was proficient in a lot of things, but his was more of the herbs and what could help, and then also being 100% super psychic. They knew exactly what was ailing the body and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So that's why they wanted to remember. Oh, but they were married also.
They were married.
They eventually became man and wife.
Right.
And that is another thing that I'm not sure in that particular village that was what you were supposed to do.
If you were a medicine man.
Right.
A lot of
some do, some don't.
A lot of cultures weren't supposed to.
Right.
I should say.
Yeah, but he was like, we're together. Yeah. So
that's neat.
Yeah. So the significance of that was, because it was in the ring finger.
Oh, right.
But even though it was on the opposite side, it still signifies the bond, the marriage bond that they had, the companionship bond, that kind of thing. And I'm thinking maybe, because it was maybe such a taboo, they still didn't put it on the... I don't know, maybe it was supposed to go on that finger. Who knows?
No, that was what I was thinking too.
This is our cultural thing, you know. And I don't even know if rings were popular, but for this lifetime, that's the memory they wanted to bring back.
And they wanted to bring that into this life for the purpose of
the bond that they had
Bond.
together, but also the spiritual journey that they were on together, and not to forget that.
That's really interesting because you kind of mentioned that she's on a spiritual journey.
I don't know if Megan is, but I know for sure that Erica is. So, you know, but what killed Megan in that past life was the volcano erupting, and getting Erica to safety was his priority.
Aww.
And for some reason they didn't have children.
Really?
I don't see any children. But maybe it was before, you know, they were ready to have kids or something, because they were relatively young, but not that young where they wouldn't have had children. But there wasn't any around then, and he was trying to get her to safety, and she did live. Erica lived.
Wow.
Megan didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, and the birthmark on her leg, the brown birthmark, is where the lava first got.
Started to engulf him in that life. So he gave his life to save her. Just gives me the chills.
Yeah, and then it was like a no-brainer for him. It was like, and also he was earthbound for a while.
Really?
In that life, to make sure that she was okay.
Oh, that's so touching.
He just stuck around.
This is making me want to cry, like in a good way, because it's really sweet.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of like just so touching, you know.
Yeah. So it was like, you know, he died for her.
Oh, they must be really close.
Yeah.
A special bond.
It's just that, you know, don't feel guilty. If you have any, if you don't, that's perfectly great. Yeah. But if you have guilt that something happened to somebody and you didn't know because you didn't know about this past life, or if you have a guilt feeling with Megan that, you know, I have to protect her.
Right.
That's where it's coming from.
Right, right.
You know.
Wow.
Because he didn't make it.
Well, I just wanted to say, if I was going to make an angel recommendation for Erica and Megan, that it would most definitely be, I want to show you this one. These angels right here.
Awesome. Move them over more.
Now, these angels right here, they're called the angels of love and mercy. And what I thought was really neat about what Vera was telling me was that in that life, they were so spiritually attuned, they could see their angels. That's what you were just saying.
Yeah, in that tropical life, they all believed in angels.
That's really amazing.
Isn't that so cool?
It is. And they could see them.
Yeah.
And I would want for these angels to, you know, to signify to Erica and Megan their soul's connection to each other in this life and other lives and on the other side, and the spiritual journey that they are on together, because just like in that life how they could see their angels, they can see them if, you know, they could hone that and open that up, and just to know, even if they don't see them, they can see them in their mind's eye. That's kind of what I mean, to see them in their mind's eye. We need to visualize, you know, to know that your angels are always there, and this is something that could help you daily, and as well as on your spiritual journey. And also they can
bring forward that strength that they had back then, and also the psychic ability and the healing abilities, and, you know, and just drink in that knowledge.
That's
you know, because they don't, I know we're going to talk about something next week about being on a spiritual journey. So that's what I'm just saying, to be able to utilize that spiritual journey that they had in that past life and utilize it now in your current lifetime.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it'll help them hone in what it is they're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Instead of, you know, how, well, we'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
Because I could keep going on and on and on.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Next week, same station, same channel,
same time.
Yeah. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.